Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, the mighty Mega Spammer with yet another game of Magic deck gathering Duels of the Planewalkers. I had to make gameslayer play a best of 7 with me again. Why? Because, spoilers warning, in my last match it didn't go too well. I will not tell you exactly what happened, you have to watch this other video for yourself. But I felt so hard on so many occasions. I could have done way better in some of the matches that I thought I lost by default because of being unlucky, and I was just completely brain dead and retarded. It would take too long for me to edit the video and point out all the mistakes I made, so I'd rather redeem myself by actually trying and play well for a change, which may not happen, it might however also happen, so let's hope that this will be the case. Alright, so you definitely know the format by now, but yeah, so I don't need to explain it, I'll just go over the decks that we can or cannot use. Gameslayer can use all of his standard decks, of course, with the exception of Exalted Darkness. I made him not be able to play with this because, yeah, I don't like Exalted Darkness. I wonder why, it's a really scary deck indeed. Born of Flame, he was unlucky to be unable to play as this girl again because she is scary, and Celestial Light, which I would ban if he had not rounded it as the deck that he cannot play. For obvious reasons, obviously. It is a very powerful deck now, and we don't have over 2 hours of time to actually record this cast. Now, as for the decks that I can play, then I can play Born of Flames, because I got lucky. What else is there? There is the Peacekeepers. I really dislike Peacekeepers, not necessarily because it is a weak deck, but I barely played as them. I only have a couple of unlocks with them, maybe like 11 or something. Really not a lot of unlocks, and as a direct result I didn't put a lot of love in this deck, and I'm not even sure what is in this deck. I will be honest, I don't even remember what I decided to put in the deck and what to keep out of it. So this could be problematic. I'll try to avoid those guys. What else do I have? Let's keep going and keep going. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'll come back to anything if I miss something. Anyway, Aura 7s, yes, I got this girl again. I'm very happy about that because she is quite strong. Sepulchral Strength, I still cannot pronounce this thingy, but whatever, I got this guy again. That's 3 times in a row now, and I'm very happy because I like those guys, even though they are completely unreliable. Mind Stones, that's the first time I got those guys, so you will see what I consider to be the weakest deck in the entire Magic the Gathering 2013, with the exception of the 6 additional decks that you can purchase for $2, but I would not recommend that for reasons I might explain if I remember to do so later on down the line. Grinning Malice, I can play again, yes! That's hopefully going to be a win. And is there anything else I can play as? Oh yes, the Crosswinds. I also have the Crosswinds. Here they are. I can play as them. I'd rather not though, because I'm pretty bad with Crosswinds and I don't like them all that much. So that's a total of 7 decks. I also got the Celestial Light, but against I was able to ban one of my decks and he banned Celestial Light. I wonder why. No, really, after the other decks, Celestial Light is clearly the most overpowered deck in the entire game, in my honest opinion. Shout out Gameslayer, I'm recording an intro, but actually I'm done. So I'll see you guys when we go into game number 1, and I'll start as the Born of Flame, because hey, why not? Or actually, yeah, I'll start with the Born of Flame, so I'll see you in a moment. Alright, match number 1 has officially started, and my starting deck hand is a very good one. Yes, please, I got to keep that. Why is it a good hand? First of all, I've got a 3 mana cost Phoenix, which is a really powerful one, flying haste, and I can get him back from my graveyard at any given time. I've got my key signature card, which is in my opinion the most powerful card in my entire deck, which doubles the amount of damage I can deal with my instants and whatnot. Very useful, will allow me to kill Gameslayer very quickly and easily, especially with Chandra's Outrage. Yeah, that's amazing, and with Chandra's Fury. Both of those cards, when double the damage, they are just incredibly powerful, and I hope that Gameslayer doesn't have something to destroy enchantments. That said, I'm afraid that he will actually be able to do just that. Why do I get this feeling? Well, he's playing with forest, a lot of forests. So this could be any... okay, right now I'm pretty certain those are Ancient Wilds. Gameslayer really wants to win this time around, and I'm fairly certain Ancient Wilds does have ways of killing enchantments. Hopefully though, he will not be able to do so. Also, this taunting guy, I really want him off. the field, because he's really scary, and you know what? Why not actually kill him? I know I kinda overkilled with a card that can deal 3 damage, but that's good enough. This guy forces all my cards that can block to block this particular elf, which is really annoying and can really screw me over quite badly, and I would rather not have this happen. Now obviously... Oh come on, I forgot to turn on damage effects again! Oh boy, this is so bad. Yeah, can I actually turn them on really quickly? Alright, settings, preferences, combat animation, yes, also hold priority, yes. Back, resume duel, everything's fine, nothing happened, you didn't say anything. Okay, bad news! Gameslayer got his signature card as well. Roaring Primadox is already in play. Now he can just spam those lands like he has never spammed them before. I could kill him instantly, or I could instead go for Furnace of Wrath and then kill him. I'd rather kill him instantly so Gameslayer doesn't get additional lands, because this could be a problem. So let's just kill this guy outright, because I can. Thank you, Gameslayer. You are down for the count. You lost your signature card, and I hope it hits. Also, oh yeah, I don't have to continue. I mean, no, I turned on the code priority, which means that the turn will never proceed unless I click continue. It could be a little bit annoying, but at the same time, it makes sure that Gameslayer never knows if I am actually holding some kind of instant in my card, some kind of very cheap card that costs no mana, which is not in this deck I have, but whatever, maybe it will confuse him anyway. And this way, well, he will be a little bit more nervous, which is exactly what I was aiming at. Problem with that, it's fairly simple. I actually, have to remember to press continue, which will probably be a problem. Anyway, he got another Roaring Paradox. He's lucky with that, but he didn't get another land. So I guess I was lucky being able to kill the previous Roaring Paradox, and this allows Gameslayer to draw additional land. This way, I'll actually start gaining a small land lead over Gameslayer, and maybe, just maybe, be actually able to win this game. Let's not actually claim that this will happen, because, in the past, we know that things didn't turn out to be as amazing as we hoped they could be, because I was certain I will win my first game, spoilers again, and it didn't happen. I lost quite considerably, so I need to make absolutely sure that I can in fact win this time around. And I can only do that by being very careful with what I do and how I do it. Now, Chandra's Fury. With this enchantment on the battlefield, I can kill Gameslayer instantly by casting 2 of those. Each costs 5 mana, so I cannot really do that, but I can cast 1 and then cast another one after that. Problem is, Gameslayer now used his Roaring Paradox power, and he's going to start bouncing Acidic Slime back and forth, which is going to be very annoying, and he could have destroyed my Furnace of Wrath. Why didn't he do so? Maybe he thinks I am mana starved? Well, if I were, then this would be very annoying, but fortunately I am not, and now I can kill his Acidic Slime, and I've already said an Acidic Slime, it can kill enchantments. Yes, it can. He should have killed my double damage, because now what I do is that, and I deal 4 damage to him, in fact I deal 8 damage to him, 2 damage to all of his creatures, and he loses his Acidic Slime once and for all. And just like that, Gameslayer threw away the game. It's very nice to actually play Duels with the Planewalkers with a clear head, unlike yesterday, and analyze everything very carefully and see how badly your opponent is doing. And finally, I was able to start our best of third by winning. This doesn't happen all that often, but then again, Bone of Flame are very powerful. So, I'll see you again, guys, in game number 2. Game number 2 has just started, and this time I'm playing with the weirdest, funkiest deck I have, the Mindstones. A blue-red deck, which is all about weirdness. My starting hand is not the best, only 3 land cards, and I don't really have anything cheap, but it does have the potential for late game, I would say. So let's start getting the island cards out, and now Gameslayer certainly knows what kind of deck I'm using, because there's only one deck in this entire game, in fact, which uses the Terramorphic Expanse. Everything else uses the whatever it's called. And Gameslayer, ooh, he went for the Goblins. That's good. He banned one of his more powerful decks, in my opinion, to, use on my weakest deck, because Mindstones, they're fun to play, I'll admit it, but they are not strong at all, no matter how you look at it. So I'm happy I traded my weakest deck for his strongest deck. I will lose this game, but I'll try to make Gameslayer work for his meal, if you know what I'm saying. I don't. I will be honest, I don't know what I'm saying. So anyway, things look a little bit problematic though, because so far I wasn't able to draw any mana, and Gameslayer, he got his Battlecry Goblin Wall Driver? Yeah, Wall Driver. A little bit annoying, because Battlecry will buff all his attacking creatures by +1. Whenever the Battlecry creature also attacks, it doesn't buff itself, but it buffs the rest of the creatures. Very powerful on a Goblin deck. And it again, no mana, but I did get a very powerful card, which I'll probably never be able to use. I can use a Volcanic Geyser. Now it is very powerful. I could use it to kill one Goblin, or do one damage against her right now. I'd rather not, and just wait. And use it later on when it's more powerful. For example, I could use my Furnace again. And actually, hold on a second, this deck doesn't have Furnace. I keep mixing this deck with the Bone of Flame, it does have Furnace. Anyway, I can still use it to amazing effect and deal quite a nice amount of damage to Gameslayer. Right now, however, that is not really going to be the case. Alright, Battlecry is active, it definitely is, and it is going to be very painful. I'm already down to 14 health, no mana. If I remain mana starved, this will be the end. Fortunately, I did get the Terramorphing Expanse, so I can get additional mana. Let's do just that. Unfortunately, it does arrive tapped, so I cannot really use that all that well. Oh well, being a little bit mana starved from time to time, it cannot hurt now, can it? I mean, actually, Gameslayer is mana starved even more so that I have only 2 mana, man! I know how it feels, Gameslayer, don't you worry about that, I know how it feels. Problem is, Gameslayer does have his 2 goblins, and they keep hitting me, so I'm thinking I'm actually going to use this geyser on a creature to kill this Raging Goblin, just so Gameslayer does a little bit less damage. Just a tiny little bit less damage, but if he is mana starved, then I need to take care of as many goblins as I can, because Gameslayer will not be able to actually put out too many units too soon, and I need to buy myself more time to actually get more land. Right now I have 4 land cards, a lot of 5th one, and there we go, I'm not actually mana starved, which is very good. Now what do I want to start with? Steam Call Weird, which is a weird creature. Yeah, that's what this deck is about, weirdos. If I enter the battlefield and use red, then this guy deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Yes, please, I'll gladly do 2 damage to this Goblin Wall Driver. And unless Gameslayer, you know, gets another land, he is really screwed. I mean, there is nothing he can do at this point. I'm starting to roll, and even a deck as weak as mine, when it actually starts becoming powerful, it is powerful. I know it sounds logical, but you know what I'm trying to say. Unfortunately, or fortunately for the entertainment's sake, Gameslayer got the Goblin that allows him to change the cards that he's got in his hand, and this will make him more likely to actually have a land card, which is good. Time Warp, definitely not using that. I mean, this would be kind of weird. Now, do I want to cast Spellbound Dragon? It is a fairly expensive card, but it is flying, and the goblins don't have really good means of getting rid of a flying creature. Lightning Elemental, very nice. It has haste, a lot of damage, but he can go down fairly easily. While this guy, when he attacks, I can draw a card and discard a card, and he will gain... well, I'll have to discard some cards, and right now I like my cards a lot, so I think I'll just cast the Elemental instead of the Dragon. I'll save him for later when I have some junk in my head that I know that I'll definitely not be using. Because right now, if I were to draw a card that is very nice, I'd have to choose between this very nice new card or very nice old card, because so far all the cards I've got, they are very good. They cost a lot of mana, granted, and I don't really have what it takes to cast all of them, but still, they're fairly decent anyway. Now, I guess I decided to not block my Lightning Elemental. I understand that he probably really needs some additional mana, so he's going to use his Goblin. Actually, he had got this mana, so he's not as mana starved as he used to be. He's still using the Goblin though, and he sacrificed this thingy. I even got rid of the Mind Maul from my Goblin deck, because in my opinion it's not that strong. And he got his signature card! Mayday, mayday, that's a problem. He is basically going to swarm with me with a billion goblins, and now I'm suddenly in a real big trouble, whatever, because I have 2 living Infernos. That's great and all, but what am I going to do with them? Kiss Gameslayer or something? I don't know. So I think by now I need a Spellbound Dragon, I need him badly. Time Warp could save me. Those goblins, they do not have reach, they are not flying, so if I do enough damage to Gameslayer, then I could still be alright. Of course, I am gladly attack with my lightning elemental, because if gameslayer is retarded enough to block him, then he'll lose his legendary. Unfortunately, he is not retarded enough to block him, so things look a little bit more dire. But then again, I shouldn't really worry if I die or not, because even if I do lose this match, then what happens is just we'll play more matches, because it feels like, you know, it feels like I've got this. It feels like I'm going to win this best of 7. Even though before we started, I said to the guy that I'm shooting for a 3-4 score where he wins, but I'd actually like to win. I know, strange, but yeah, it does look like his goblin deck is starting to kick in and become more powerful. Ouch! That's a lot of goblins, and they all have haste, and they all have a lot of damage. So that's 8 damage I have to deal with in this 10. Can I kill gameslayer in the next 10 if he attacks with all of his goblins and I use time warp? Let's think. That's 3 damage, that's 4 damage, so that's 7, and that's 8. Yes, if I use time warp and gameslayer attacks with all of his goblins, then indeed I will win in the next round. Question is, does he know if I even have time warp? I never had it until we got those bonus cards. Now I have time warp, but oh, he's got, what is that? Stop timer, stop timer, stop timer. That is equal the number of goblins you control to. Did he just win? Hold on a second. Oh boy. Yeah, so he'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, and then deal 8 damage. That is a lot. I need to think how I want to block that now. I need to block at least 2 goblins, and he's got a goblin grenade as well. This is GG. Oh well, doesn't matter. Honorable game. I was 1 turn away from winning the game, but unfortunately Goblin deck is a very powerful deck indeed, and there was nothing I could have done. I cannot block all those goblins. Gameslayer knows that. Gameslayer knows he's got this one in the bag. Oh well, that's fine. I might not win this best of 7, but the first 2 matches were interesting. First match I like a lot because I won. Second match I may not have won, but at least it was fairly close. I mean, I thought gameslayer might just lose this by being incredibly mana starved, but he didn't lose this like that, so it makes me happy. Maybe you will see more entertaining matches, because so far this game has been great. Stay tuned for another match. Alright, we have started game number 3. I'm rolling with another fiery deck, and I've got only 1 land. Draw a new hand, please, and this time it's a little bit better, and I have some low-cost cards, especially Demonic Tutor is a powerful card to have, so yes, I like this mulligan. It's not the best, I mean the cards I've got are hardly the most amazing ones, but actually, hold on a second, I have the Dean of the Firehead. Extraordinarily expensive card, really powerful. And gameslayer, oh come on, I should have muted him. This text looks really obnoxious, I have to say. I'll mute him again next time. I really dislike the look of this text. Anyway, by now gameslayer most assuredly knows what deck I am playing. I'm on a roll, I want a fire deck. Of course, we are looking at the Grinning of Malice, the black-red deck, which focuses around killing everything and everybody. And gameslayer, he's playing with the Obedient Dead. I'm really curious how those 2 decks work together, because this could be kinda interesting. We both like killing stuff, except actually, yeah, we both like killing stuff. That's just that. Alright, let us find a nice card to put into my hand. I will have at least 4 mana, so let's see what I can get. This is my entire library, so let's think of what I want. Something relatively low cost but very powerful would be the best. I don't know what this could be. So let's think. Man, those are a lot of cards to go through. I'm afraid I will run out of time before I choose the right one. That's a cutie. Let's get him, why not? I didn't have time to actually go through all of those cards. I should have memorized all of them by heart, probably, before I tried to use this Demonic Tutor. But honestly, this was a mess. And I probably should have used a different card. What I should have done is went for a card that has lower mana requirements. And I mean, this Massacre Worm, or whatever, it's a very powerful card, but it requires 6 mana and 3 of them to be swamps. That's not something I can get easily. Not at all. However, what I do have is a Dragon Master Outcast. At the beginning of your upgrade, if you control 6 or more lands, you can get a 5/5 red dragon token with flank onto the battlefield. I'll keep this card, make sure gameslayer doesn't kill him instantly when I cast him, if at all possible, because I want a 5/5 red dragon on the battlefield, thank you very much. Yes, I will have to wait until I have 4 lands on the battlefield, and I might not even get 4 lands on the battlefield either, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so far it looks like both of us got very high mana cost cards. all are very afraid to play those cards because we both know that we can kill cards very easily with our decks. Honestly though, I think that... Oh no, he got the Obliterator. An incredibly powerful card, and whenever I try to do something to him, he just laughs at me and makes me lose cards. I think that's GG right there. I should not have to pick the Worm, I should have picked something else, like a kill card or something. I should have picked Terminate. That's a problem, alright. Well, let's get the Blood Cultist, since what else can I get? I don't have any more mana income, and I think I threw away the game with my most powerful deck. Alright, let's not be salty, let's actually learn from my mistake, prepare for the future. That said, Obedient Dead, in my opinion, is a very powerful deck, so it's okay if gameslayer uses one of his stronger decks to destroy my most powerful deck, because I do believe Graying Malice is my most powerful deck. I wasn't the luckiest person ever with my hand draw, but it wasn't all the worst, especially since Gensei had to mulligan twice, and now he actually does this thingy. Alright, in this case, hi, have a stab in pain, you bastard. There we go. Liana's Shade is gone. Still, that's not really a problem, because this Obliterator is the biggest, the most dangerous card that Gensei Red has right now. I mean, it's a horde that costs 4 effing mana. 5/5, 4 mana, trample, and if I do anything to it, then I have to sacrifice stuff. And yet again, I, however, have no mana. I could use my Dragon Master Outcast. But what will that give me? Guess I will get rid of him instantly, and even if he doesn't, what can I do with this guy? Attack himself for 1 damage? This could be something, this could be the difference between life or death. But you know what makes a bigger difference between life or death? A 5/5 red dragon with flying! That's what makes a bigger difference between life and death. Anyway, I think that's... sorry, that's a hair in my mouth. I hate when that happens. When you swallow your own hair. So yeah, there we go, a Nyx Assassin. Is it a... no, a Necra, whatever. It's still an assassin that allows a creature to be killed whenever he enters the battlefield. Well, I had no creatures. And I think that by now it's fairly obvious that Gensei will win this match. There's hardly anything I can do unless I get more land and... I don't know. Even if I do get more land, how do I protect myself? Oh great, I've got the Vexing Devil. Amazing. So I can have this powerful card that will not help me at all, or Gensei can make a deal for damage to him and just get rid of my one card that actually can defend me against the Necro. He'll probably take the damage because it's better to take the damage and not let this card live than, you know, just... Oh, he let me keep this card. That's so nice of you, Gameslayer, thank you. Why is it nice? I'm pretty sure Gensei would just kill it with some kind of instant or whatnot. And, well, he might not, because really he's going to win this game no matter what. But if he does kill it with an instant or something, then it means that my Dragon Claw, Dragon Thingy Outcast is more likely to survive. Does it really matter? Nope. That doesn't matter at all. I mean, I probably should cast him already, because if I cast him and... actually, no, never mind. I was about to say something really stupid, but I stopped myself. Anyway, Gameslayer, stop thinking so much. You have won. It is obvious. There is nothing I can do now to save myself. I mean, if I get another land, then... oh boy, he's got this card. All the incredibly powerful cards that he got by getting those unlocks, he just managed to, you know, grab. So that's it. I have to block or I'm dead next turn. That's how it works. Oh well, it was a 1 mana cost card, and it doesn't change anything whatsoever. Why? Because... oh, I should have muted him so badly. Whatever, I'll mute him again. Yeah, Jesus. F you, I don't want to sacrifice anything, fine. Wow. Do you really think it matters, Gameslayer? Do you really think it matters? I was mana stuffed, I wouldn't be able to cast anything this turn anyway. So, I really should have muted him because I dislike when people actually type things to me when I'm recording. It is annoying, it is stupid. And it's just, you know, bleh. F you, Gameslayer. That's what you deserve for that. Anyway, yeah, take 4 damage. Why not? Why not? I'll gladly take the 4 damage. Does it... because, look, even if I didn't block the damage, and even if I didn't make Obliterated kill all of my lands, I still had no lands, right? So this wasn't a mistake, it was meant to happen. I didn't care, honestly. Alright, a defeat. Whatever, I made a mistake when I picked the card that I could get for free, so that's my mistake. I'll learn from it for the future. I'll see you guys with the game number 4. Alright, another game is in progress. This is in fact game number 4, and I went for Peacekeepers, my least favorite deck. Why did I choose to... let me try and say this again. Why did I go for Peacekeepers? Because it's my weakest deck, and I hardly believe that against I expected this to happen, and... what on earth? He cannot use either Exalted or Celestial Light. What other deck is there that uses white? That's very strange. Did he mix things up? Because if he did, I'll need to remember to cut this part out because he failed horribly. Oh no, actually, he went for Peacekeepers himself! I just realized he can use that as well. Well, okay, this is kind of strange. And this will be a mirror match. Very surprising. I was hoping he would go for Dream Puppets. Why? Because, yeah, I would say that the Peacekeepers are relatively okay against Dream Puppets, and I really was afraid of the Dream Puppets a lot. I mean, I wanted to use my Aura 7s, but they get raped, I'm sorry for using this word by the way, by Dream Puppets. I also wanted to use the green and black deck, but it's too unreliable to be used against Dream Puppets. Although last time I could have easily won against, maybe not easily won, but I could have won if not for the fact that I failed quite badly. Also, right now this mirror matchup, it's not going all that well. I'm not drawing the cards that I need to be drawing, and by that I mean something that is costing less mana. Anyway, what I have right now is not that bad. I can get rid of this Battle Cry card, I can get rid of the Crusader of Odric. This might be a good idea while I can to get rid of this card while I still can do that. So let's just use the Oblivion Ring, alright? This will basically make this card exile for as long as I have the Oblivion Ring, which is, you know, nice to get rid of a card that could potentially become very powerful. Now, Gameslayer will still be able to deal 3 damage to me in the next turn, something I could have avoided but decided not to. I'm hoping I can take this damage, and we'll see where it takes me. And come on, this is a very powerful card he just took. It's a flyer, so I basically have no means to do anything with that, and I can't do any damage to this guy. This is what I should have used my Exile Ring for. Hey, sadly I didn't. So if this game is won by Gameslayer, he got better card draws. I maybe should not have used this Oblivion Ring, maybe I should have saved it. I should have done that, whatever. Okay, so let's think. What kind of card do I need to actually stay alive in here? I could use this guy. I mean, when he dies I still get a flyer, which is a 1/1 flyer, not the best, but at least he does block some stuff. And he does have lifelink, he could kill the paladin, so that's something, alright? I will recover 2 life, and then get a flyer that will block the damage outcoming from this guy once. And that's all I've got. Now I do have quite a few soldiers, and well, that's nice and all, but honestly I need more, as in way more to actually be fully effective as the Peacekeeper. Peacekeepers are like goblins, in a way that they want numbers to win the game, and they want to buff themselves to infinity with those numbers. They're less about numbers than goblins, but they are more about becoming very powerful and beastly because of the numbers and because of the cards they can get. Alright, suddenly Gameslayer decided not to attack with his Battle Cry creature. That's sad, he realized how to get a fly out of this and could defend against what he's got. Now I'm in a little bit of predicament, aren't I? So let's just cast what I got, which are the 2 creatures I have that I actually have the mana for. I'm not casting the Sigil of New Dawn just now, because yeah, I would be able to get my creature back from the graveyard onto the battlefield. But first of all, let's attack. Just maybe Gameslayer will be retarded and block it, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I would love him to block it, because then I would get a flyer to protect me, but I didn't. And now Gameslayer can just continue attacking me for all eternity, because Peacekeepers, they barely have any flyers or any creatures with reach. When I customize my deck, I made sure I have as many of them as possible, and as few other cards as possible to maximize the chance of me getting a flyer, but I was, you know, still the odds of me getting something that has flying or reach are fairly minimal. Gameslayer was really lucky to get this flyer, and just that will be enough to win the game for him. Although, look at that, a flyer, that's very nice, because this flyer also makes other flyers appear out of nowhere. Also the Sun Titan, very nice, but I'll wait until I have something in my graveyard, I think. So maybe, just maybe, I'm still in this game. We will see what can happen. Alright, let's get more squadrons, and actually all of a sudden be able to kill this flyer whenever he attacks again. Actually, can I even do that? No, I cannot, because this guy prevents all damage that would be dealt to him. I cannot actually kill him in any way with the deck I'm using currently. I mean, there are cards that just destroy a creature or whatnot. I could use that to kill him, but this deck doesn't have cards like this. Unfortunately. Now, I didn't attack because why? Those soldiers would actually obliterate my cards. I would gain something and maybe a flyer as well, but right now it's not the flyer that I need. It's... Oh wow! Glorious Anthem, +1/+1 to everything. He got really way better card draws than I did. I'm not afraid to say so. I'm not. Let's be honest, he got better cards than I did. I should have used this Oblivion Ring. I should have saved this Oblivion Ring. That was a mistake I made. But even if I did it correctly, he still got the Glorious Anthem. He still got her. I said her on the gameslayer. He still got his Captain of the Watch. And just like that, I think I'm a little bit deadish. Anyway, let's get a free flyer out of this if I can. And let's block as much as I can, kill as much as I can. And that's about it. Keep in mind, with the Sun Titan, I will be able to get my creatures back from the graveyard. That doesn't apply to the tokens, but I needed to block as much damage as I possibly could, because it's very important that I do so. Otherwise, I'll just die. As long as I still have flyers... well, hold on a second. What happened? Why did I lose my... Oh, because as the other creatures died, she lost her toughness, and all of a sudden her toughness went to 0. I get what happened. That's very annoying. Anyway, Sun Titan. This should be my signature card. It isn't. Why? Because the cards I've got, they're not exactly what I need right now. They're nice, and I might still stay in this game for some time, but with the Glorious Anthem and the Captain of the Watch that Gameslayer has, his cards are ridiculously powerful. This is why he is like the... I should have attacked, shouldn't I? Well, it's too late now. I'll do at least some damage to Gameslayer, maybe allow me to attack him later on, but I really want to focus on defending for now, because in the next turn I will have to attack with the Sun Titan. I need to be bringing back the cards from my graveyard onto the battlefield. That's the only thing keeping me alive. I'm mostly looking at those flyers. As long as I can keep blocking the Dawn Elemental, I'm fine. But if Gameslayer doesn't attack, and only attacks with his flyer, he will eventually win. I cannot just go charging in with my Sun Titan, because those soldiers, they'll kill him very, very easily. Creatures that have 4/4, 4/2, and 3/3. Yeah, that's a tough nutshell to break through. Nutshell? Is that whatever? You know what I'm trying to say. And now, oh come on! He also has the Gunner's Pledge. Yeah, luck is on Gameslayer's side. I did grind a little bit to try and even the odds, but I didn't have time to grind enough. Keep in mind, we only played yesterday, and wow, this is so bad. Alright, first of all, block the damage with my creatures that I don't really need all that much. Now what do? Just sacrifice my creatures, I guess, because there isn't much else I can do. I cannot block with my Sun Titan, but because he will just die. I cannot really block with my Crusader of Aldrich. I'll take 6 damage, whatever. I could have killed this guy, but honestly, I'm pretty certain I would die in the next 10 unless something amazing happens. Maybe I'll get a good card draw. But as I said, I don't know Peacekeepers all that well. But I still don't think that I can get anything that would save me. No, that's a land. Definitely not something that could save me, unfortunately. Alright, let's get this guy on the field to tank a little bit more damage for me. Let's get this guy on the field. I can attack with my Sun Titan, and Gameslayer can kill him. Because he's got Vigilance, the bastard. But I can pay mana to get this guy back. So that's important, because now I've got a flyer that can defend again. Problem is, this will not actually be enough, because Gameslayer just has too many cards to defend with. There's nothing I can do. Then again, if he does choose to block, I'll kill one of his cards no matter what happens, and then I will be the guy who's choosing what card to destroy, so I'll kill the Captain of the Watch, so he decided not to block. Alright, that's nice, that's good to know. He's still going to win, most assuredly. So, I've got 0 cards in my hand, he's got 2. And, oh, he's got the Siege of the New Dawn himself. Wow, what a mirror, what a mirror. No, I'm not salty, it's just kind of funny. I really hope I didn't lose this best of 7 like 4-1. I mean, after this match this will be 3-1, very close to losing 4-1. And next game, I think that Gameslayer will just go for Dream Puppets. He knows I don't really have any cards, any decks that I can use to reliably kill Dream Puppets. I mean, Oral Servants, very nice, not the best against Dream Puppets. I'll use Aura 7 most surely because it's the best deck I have left. I would love to use the green and black card, the secular strength, whatever it's called, but it's too unreliable. As for the... what I have left? Crosswinds? Yeah, definitely not using crosswinds, thank you very much. Alright, so gameslayer, do you want to attack or do you want to just waste your turn thinking about what you want to do? I hope he wastes his turn and does nothing. This would be exactly what I would like to happen, because then I could actually stay in the game and maybe somehow win. Am I recording, by the way? Yes, I am. I wasn't completely stupid, which makes me rather happy. Alright, gameslayer, time is running out. Unfortunately, if the time does run out for him, then he'll still attack. Alright, he was not too stupid, he did attack. I can block, and I have to do so for all eternity. Although I can just pay to get my Hawk back in-game, just like that. Hello, I've got my Hawk again. So that's how it's end. Oh, I have a ring. That's fairly good, and I'll still have enough mana to bring one of my cards back to life when I need it back, you know, alive again. So that's good. Let's cast the ring. I will not have... yes, I will have enough mana to equip it, so that's nice. It will give vigilance to one of my creatures. Do I want to equip it to the Crusader of Aldrich? Yes, I think I do. Let's equip it on my Crusader of Aldrich. I want her to be as beefy as possible, and I want her to have vigilance. Alright, I think that's a fair thing to do. Also, yeah, I do want another flyer, thank you very much. The more flyers, the merrier, because now I can just keep defending this elemental for longer. So far, I only have 2 life, but I'm still holding on for my deal life. And the gameslayer, yeah, he does want to kill my Titan of the Dawn. He will kill him, but I'll get him back on the battlefield. Alright, who do I want to kill first? I want to kill the guy with the battle cry first, and then the soldier. So, the paladin is gone, and then the soldier, he's actually gone as well. It didn't matter which cards I killed first. Alright, so we both have Sigils of the Dawn, so we both can get our cards back. And keep in mind, Sun Titan, when he enters the battlefield, he also resurrects a card from the graveyard. So basically, I'm gonna get 2 resurrects in one turn. Actually, no, I won't, because he will get, you know, mana sick when I summon him. He will get the summoning sickness, not mana sick, what am I saying? Because he doesn't have the fast strength. No, how is it called? I think it's fast. Maybe? I don't remember. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. So what he's got now, Inquisitor, not too bad. He does have a lifelink, which is problematic. It will heal him, and I would rather not have... Sorry for that. And I would rather not let Gameslayer have the amount of life that he does. I'd rather have him have 0 life if at all possible. Sadly, it really ain't possible. Right, so what do I do now? If I use my... Right, how do I do this? First of all, I do block this elemental. Now, I can kill the Captain of the Watch. I'll do so. I'll waste the potential on the ring. Hold on a second, but then this guy will go weaker. Yeah, this guy will go weaker, and Gensler does have the... Sigil of the New Dawn, so he can just resurrect his creature even if he does lose it. So let's just sacrifice this guy. Sadly, it will mean that my Aldrich Crusader will get weaker, but there wasn't anything else I could have done. Even if I were able to somehow kill the Captain of the Watch, Gensler could have resurrected her. He does have enough mana stockpiled to actually make sure that this happens, and I didn't have enough mana stockpiled to make sure that I can resurrect my creatures, which is a little bit annoying, but hey, what can I do? Not much. So, yeah, so far a fairly close game, but not close enough, especially since now I don't really have enough creatures to block with, no matter what I do. Actually, hold on a second. Yes, I will have enough creatures to block with. Yeah, let's get you back on the battlefield since I still do have a flyer. Thank you very much. And let us continue onwards. That's right. I am continuing like a bastard. Skip attack, obviously I want to survive. Gensler only has 4 cards. Even if he does attack with all of those, I can survive. I do have 2 mana to resurrect one of my cards instantly, and yeah, that is that. So by attacking me, I'm not sure if he will gain anything or nothing. Well, it is a little bit of a stalemate what we have going on right now. So I'm really hoping I can somehow win. It all depends from the cards we get. So let's see what happens. He's got his battle cry going on for him. I do need to block this damage badly. I need to block every creature, in fact. Alright, so let's kill the creature that... Let's kill the Captain of the Watch, right? Let us kill this guy and let us kill this guy. And then I'll summon the card that I will resurrect the card that I need to have resurrected. Alright, so those two guys killed each other. Actually, they didn't. They didn't because my Crusader attacked before other creatures attacked each other. So that's good. That's really good. Gameslayer lost quite a lot in this engagement, so it's okay. Actually, hold on. All of a sudden, I did lose Crusader of Aldrich. Yeah, because on my other cards, they die. Alright, so let's get my Crusader of Aldrich back. Because I do need him. And he got his, yeah, of course, the Guardian of whatever. And he now also has a Spirit. Oh, you sneaky bastard. The Spirit, and he also got the Captain of the Watch back. Well, he did have superior cards, so I'm fine with what happened right there. Pacifism. Yeah, pacifism, I'm gonna need that, thank you very much. I need this badly. Let's cast the Crusader. I mean, not Crusader. Yeah, it is a Crusader. Then attack with the Titan. Use the Sigil to get him back. Oh, but this will only get him back to my hand. No matter what I do, I am screwed, unfortunately. Because all of a sudden, Gensler has 3 soldiers that he can use to defend. He won. But he did get a better card. It was a mirror, and, you know, as such, I can blame the cards. Unfortunately, it does mean that he wins 3-1, and that if I lose another match, it's the end of the best of 7, annoyingly enough. Oh well, I tried my best to stay in the game. Right now it is GG no matter what. Sadly. Oh well. I'm not too salty, I'm trying to analyze what happened that could have changed the outcome of the battlefield. I should not have used the Oblivion Ring so early on. And that is pretty much the only mistake I can think of that really ruined the game for me. But even then, Gensler did have superior card draws, so I believe that even if I did save the Oblivion Ring and actually used it on the Elemental, it would not have saved me at all. So right now I'm just going to deal some honorable damage, let Gensler get even more soldiers on the battlefield during his turn. But honestly, it doesn't matter because a single soldier is all it takes to kill me, just like that. Thank you very much, Gensler. It was fun dying to you. I hope you burn in the pain and suffer just as much as my ego did when I was crushed by you. Still, it was luck, mostly. Not entirely, but mostly, so I can excuse myself. I'll see you again in another match. Alright, game number 5 is in progress. Look at the amazing hand I have. How many lands I have? I have none. So let's draw again 2 lands this time around, with again a Sun Titan. We've seen him somewhere, didn't he? And a card that the cheapest one costs 4 mana. Let's mulligan yet again. This time around I do have mana, I have some creatures, alright. We are starting with only 6 cards, but at least I do have those cards. And I have mana to use them, so hopefully in the future the game will be nicer to me and I will not draw as unluckily as I did before. Unfortunately, I know Magic the Gathering, this game kinda dislikes me, that's what I'm trying to say. And I'm afraid, oh great, he did go for the Dream Puppets. I knew he would do that. I knew it. I felt like the moment I used the Aura 7s, he'll go for Dream Puppets. Why? Because Dream Puppets work so well against Aura 7s. If he went for Crosswinds, because he could have gone for Crosswinds, then it's okay. Aura 7s do quite alright against the Crosswinds. I do have a lot of flyers, and my flyers are way more powerful than his flyers. But if he went for the, you know, Dream Puppets, he'll just annihilate me. And there's little I can do about that, unfortunately. Also, I'm still mana starved after 2 mulligans, and I thought that I am actually lucky. Not really, no. But maybe I'll get another mana next time. Please give me another mana game. Don't screw me over. Thank you, mana. That's right, that's what I needed. Now, does he have a counter? Even if he does, he decided not to use one. Alright. That's fine, I do have some kind of damage potential already, but I started to think that Gensler is indeed playing with Crosswinds because Crosswinds require 4 mana to use, and that's his signature card. Whenever he casts an instant or sorcery, he gets a free Drake. Fairly powerful card, isn't it? Yes, indeed, I would love to mind control it, but hey, do I have the mana for it? No, I don't. No, I don't. So, wish me luck in surviving the onslaught of Drakes that is about to commence. Fortunately, I do have my 2 owls. I call them owls, even if they pretend not to be owls, they are owls. Let's not pretend otherwise. So they will be able to stop those drakes for a while. Now, I don't really want to extend it an hour for a drake. A drake is way weaker than an owl. I mean, it is a hexproof creature. Very powerful, Gameslayer cannot target it with any of his spells, but look at this. Look at what is about to happen. Look at this ridiculousness. Now, he might be stupid and attack with his legendary. Of course he is not. We learned one thing in... If we learned one thing in the past, it is that not only Gameslayer is not retarded, but also that I'm very lucky. No mana! None! Thank you, game. I appreciate it a lot. 2 mulligans, 3 mana, well, then I got a 4th one, I guess, but still, don't be surprised when I say that I'm not happy with what is happening right now. No, indeed, I am not. That is the opposite of happy, because if I lose this game, I lose the best of 7, without even showing that I have learned anything. I won the first match. Great, big deal. What now? Anyway, Future Sight. That's a very powerful card indeed. Because he can just play his the top card of his library whenever he feels like it. I know what the top card of his library is, so now he's got a counter. But yeah, well, great deal. That's amazing. Yeah, of course I'll skip blocking. There's no way I'm changing my cards that are shrouded, or hexproof, whatever what you want to call it, for those drakes that I could kill in other ways. I don't know what those other ways are, because so far I'm very unlucky. But there we go. Mind control. Yes, please, I'll mind control this guy happily, and I'll draw a card in the process. So, all you legendaries belong to us. Thank you, Gameslayer. Now, I don't have any instant or sorcery cards, or at least I don't have many of them. But the ones I do have, well, I can still use them. So, I don't think I have... Do I have any instant or sorceries? I think I do have at least one. I don't remember anymore. I'm not sure. Anyway, still, I disallowed Gameslayer to use his legendary card. Very good. He does have a counter that he will be able to use in the next 10. But, well, and he also has the Archaeomancer. That's a fairly powerful card, but he no longer has his legendary, so it's not too bad either. However, he probably has the card that allows him to put his legendary back into his hand, and then he can just cast him again. So this would get him his legendary back, which is a problem. And yeah, repulse, that's exactly what I said would happen. Unfortunately, there goes my mind control, but I needed to do that for obvious reasons. Also, now Gameslayer will leave himself enough mana to cast this counter. No, he will not. He actually casted his legendary straight away. Alright, that's good to know. Now, what I want to cast in this turn, I'm not sure. Alright, Gameslayer attacks with all of his drakes. Can I out-damage him? No, I cannot. If we continue exchanging blows like this, it will not go too well for me. And he's got Time Warp! He's got the effing Time Warp! So if I attack with everything he's got, he casts the Time Warp and it's GG. Alright then. I'm sorry to say that, but I call BS. Right, I need to think very carefully what I do or else I die. If I cast a Totem Armor, I get a 3/3 creature which is very powerful and can kill a Drake. And I have Vigilance. And Total Armor will protect me from dying even if Gameslayer does something to kill me. Narcolepsy, very nice. It would make this guy, you know, fall over and go asleep, but this doesn't stop his legendary thingy from walking. I cannot actually even use my Daybreak on it. I can use the Celestial Ancient. Another blocker able to block the Drakes. Not able to block enough though. I mean, it's nice to get this card on the battlefield as soon as possible, because then I can just start maxing out the efficiency of my auras, but then again, this would allow... Either way, I will kill one Drake, right? No matter which option I go for. But if I go for this card, I have one more card, so I'll block one additional Drake. And I'll still... Yeah, let's go for the Ancient. I think that is the safest option that I can go for. This my Time Warp is really annoying. The fact that Gameslayer has access to it, really frightening, because I have barely anything to do about that. I cannot attack right now, for example. I mean, I can attack with this guy, but this legendary will block it, so nothing will happen in the end. And I cannot afford to have my creatures not ready to block, because then Gameslayer can just, you know... Great, he's got Bribery as well. He has the effing Bribery. Well, I don't have too many powerful creature cards, but I do have some that are very powerful. And with the Bribery, he can... Oh, great, he also has the Wand. This game hates me, it made me lose. It did. I'm calling BS. I'm calling BS. Alright, I started this whole entire match by being chill and cool, but right now I'm losing patience. Alright, he only has 1 mana, so whatever I cast, he cannot counter, so that's nice. So I need to think very carefully about what I do. I can get my mind control back, so this will cost me 3 mana. How much does mind control cost? 5, so I cannot do all of that in one turn. I need to do something else. What I can do is use both Narcolepsy and Mammoth Umbra. No, I cannot. I can use only one of those. So I can put one of those straight to sleep, or I can make one of my critical cards very, 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 very powerful indeed. I'll opt for the very, very, very powerful option, especially since it does give me a card. I mean, no matter what I would do, it would still give me a card, but now I have those counters, and I have the Vigilance on my flyer, which is nice. And the Totem Armor, which does protect it from dying if it was to die. Do I want to attack against Slayer? No, because no matter how I attack him, he will be able to defend with his Drakes and just survive like that. Problem is, the Bone Thingy Wand. It basically allows to... The longer he stays in the game, the more damage it does. Essentially, that's all you need to know. He now has Briber and can get access to Fogbank. He's got this one in the bag. This wand is especially the killer app for me. The Crosswinds will annihilate me, and the gameslayer will brag about it, saying that, ooh, I told you Crosswinds are powerful, blah 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 blah. F you, gameslayer. You were really lucky. As usual, he's always so lucky. But at least this time it was luck. I can say it with all certainty that I didn't make mistakes in this particular match. I did make mistakes in one of the previous matches. Maybe too, you could argue that I made a mistake in Peacekeepers, but other than that, the lack of luck really did screw me over. And look at that, his wand is now annihilating me and there's nothing I can do. I would love to use this Daybreak on it. I cannot, unfortunately. If I survive for an additional 10, and I will not, because he's got the Time Warp, he can cast his spells again, and he will be just using his wand. And even if that's not the... Oh, he's got another Time Warp! He's got another effing Time Warp! Double time... Just... Middle finger in the face, Gameslayer. Middle finger in the face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to him. I'm not talking to everybody. I'm ending this cast right now, not even saying my outro, because Gameslayer deserves none. Actually, no, if I do that, he'll claim that I raged. And I am annoyed. Oh great, another Time Warp. Yeah, sure. Let's say I love one additional 10 to cast another Time Warp. You know what? I could just disallow him to brag, and I'll do so gladly. The last word is mine. F you, Gameslayer, for trying to overkill me like this. It was PANCZASU the Mighty Mixed Power. This game hates my guts. All the training in the world doesn't help if you're unlucky. That's all I have to say about this one. But at least this cast was more enjoyable than the last one. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you online.